Hey there, once again, it's our final one. Wow, we're here already. This is the final part of mastering, memorizing, and knowing without a shadow of a doubt the entire fretboard in a major scale for the guitar playing. You're almost there. And obviously at this point, you know we've gone from position 1 all the way through position 6, and it's time for our final position of the major scale, the 7th position. Because learning your major scale and all of the notes' locations is crucial for learning everything. Every scale is based on the major scale. So learn this one first. Let's do just that. Let's put an intro video in now. Hey, as always, thanks for being here, first of all. I really appreciate you being here, and I'm glad to have you. But, if you're not subscribed, make sure you do that. Like this, subscribe, and click the alerts so that you see any video I do at any time. And wow, this is crazy. This is insane. We're going to make sure that we review all of these as we lead into the final position. But we're on position 7. And what do I mean by position? Honestly, the entire major scale, especially G major, which is what we're starting on, right? All of them have 7 notes, and then those notes repeat. They're either in the same octave, a lower octave, a higher octave, but it's just 7 notes. So when we think about the fact that we only play 7 notes, but there's so many different combinations of strings and frets, you could understand why there's so many different areas to play every single note. But the reason we want to learn all of those on the fretboard and start to visualize it is so that you're not stuck in little areas or locations. You're not feeling like you're just boxed in. You feel a little more free. You're able to visualize where all of the right notes are at any given point. And again, we really started with position 1 through 6, and we're going into position 7, but we really did it all in G major. We started everything on the 3rd fret of the low E. That was our position 1. But this is all movable. The practices I've given you for figuring out where the next position is, the patterns themselves, they're all shiftable. As an example, if we start on the 5th fret of our low E and we play all of the positions in the same patterns and the same spacing, we're playing all positions of A major. Do it on the 1st fret and we're doing F major. You get it. So let's do a quick visual reminder and review of all of these positions real quick. I'll put all of the images up so that you can pause, take screenshots, play through, whatever you wish. Our second position just started on the 2nd note that we played. So in that first one, we went 3, 5, 7. And the same way works for all of these. That 2nd note of the first one or the previous position you played is your first note of your next position. So remember, we started position 2. I'll make sure that the image is up there right now at that 5th fret of the low E. And we played through all the way up and all the way back down. From there, obviously, we know that position 3 will be starting on our 7th fret because now we know the formula of figuring out where they all start. We move right from position 3 into starting position 4 on that 8th fret of our low E string. Our 5th position then easily starts on that 10th fret of the low E string. And that brings us right to what we learned in the last video, position 6. This one will start on the 12th fret. Let's do a quick review, but before we do that, again, I'll make sure that I put the image up so that you can really take a second, pause, take a screenshot, play it through, whatever you wish. Remember, our 6th position is 12, 14, 15 on the low E, 12, 14, 15 on the A, 12, 14, 16 on the D, 12, 14, 16 on the G, 13, 15, 17 on the B, 14, 15, 17 on the high E. Our final position, position 7. Easy to figure out where it starts, right? Because just there in position 6, we went from 12, 14 to 15. remember that second note in that position, that 14th fret, is where we start our next one. So our 7th position starts on the 14th fret of our low E string. And again, as always, I'll make sure that I put the image up there in case you want to pause, screenshot, play through it, whatever you need. It is up there for you to use. Feel free. On your low E, it's 14, 15, 17. Same thing on your A string, 14, 15, 17. On your D, it is 14, 16, 17. Same on the G, it's 14, 16, 17. And then on the B, we're going 15, 17, 19. And the same exact thing on your high E string, 15, 17, 19. And here's the most wonderful part about all of this and how it all comes together. Remember this concept of starting on the second note of the previous position to get to the next position. Well, if we think about that in the 7th position that we're playing right now, which goes 14, 15, what is that 15th fret of the low E? It is our octave of G. So it's the same note as our 3rd fret, just an octave up, that 15th fret. So we come back to a point where our next position is just back to position 1. And then it keeps going up in the same exact order that we've been working on this whole darn stinking frickin' time. Guess what? It works backwards too. What do I mean by that? Well, if we start with position 1 over here on our 3rd fret of our low E, guess what's 1 fret back toward the headstock of the guitar? 1 fret down. Position 7. It's the same shape. Now I'm going 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5, and so on. You want to play position 6 at a different octave? Great. Open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3, open, 2, and so on. They all just keep connecting. That's why it's so critical to learn every position, 1 through 7, and then realize, oh my gosh, it just keeps going after that. End tangent. Let's do some practical exercises to really cook in this idea of going from position 6 into position 7. I want you to start on position 6, and I want you to work your way up as you normally would until you get to that last note of the 6th position, which in this case would be our 17th fret. From there, I want you to scoot up, not 1, but 2 frets with that pinky, and right there, you're on your last note of the 7th position that we just learned. So from there, work your way backward. But here's the big one. Here's the big practice exercise lesson that I want to give you. It's time to connect them all and play the first position twice. What I want you to do is start on your 3rd fret of your low E, position 1. Go up. Hit that last note, shift your pinky up to the last note of position 2, work your way backward, end on that first note of position 2, scoot that index finger up to the first note of position 3, and I just want you to continue this pattern of going up, scooting, coming down, scooting, going up, scooting, coming down, scooting. But when you get to that final position that we just learned, position 7, don't stop there. I want you to challenge yourself to continue and play the octave of our first position after it, above it. So I want you to think about 15, 17, 19, 15, 17, 19, 16, 17, 19, 16, 17, 19, 17, 19, 20, 17, 19, 20. As you can see, it's the same exact pattern. Same space of frets, same everything. It's just an entire octave up. and we're back playing our first position. And that's it, my friend. What a journey it's been. Hey, if you missed any of the other videos, as I said, they are in the description. So click and go through. And actually, I recommend going through them again if you've already been through them, just to make it cook in, soak it in that brain. Again, like, subscribe, click the alerts, make sure you share it with anybody that needs it, and know that I really appreciate you for being here with me through this whole tutorial lesson series. And at the very least, I really hope you found value in it. And I'll see you in the next video.